jaw-dropping scenery, award-winning restaurants, and all the rain that you could imagine. Join us on our first waterlogged day as we continue our trip in Scotland and try to explore the Isle of Skye. We took a leisurely drive to Skye, stopping for drone shots and whiskey, but we didn't realize that this trip takes forever. The roads in certain places are one-lane roads, which, when the sun sets at 5 p.m. and it rains 24/7, is a challenging proposition. We didn't get in till super late at night. While I show you some of our journey over there, I'll switch over the narration to me when I was actually on the trip from our first day in Skye. Hey, so we're here in the Isle of Skye in Scotland, and we're here in November, and Skye has a lot of challenges no matter what, in the sense that if you go in the on-season, it's filled with people. Even the shoulder season, it's going to be really tight with a lot of people. So November's got some challenges in the sense that the weather is very unpredictable. It's unpredictable anyway in Scotland, but very much so in Skye. So we're only here for 2 full days, so a lot of what we're going to be doing is outdoor hiking, exploring, doing drone shots. Today is gonna be raining all day, so we kind of flipped our plans, and we're gonna be doing a more of an, in the car type exploring, or going to various shops and distilleries. One other thing is, because it's off season, some of the places like castles we want to go to are closed, so that is something to think about when you're traveling. Again, it's kind of weighing going to all the things, but then you got to wait in line, or taking the risk that even in off-season things might not be open. So we're going to get on the road, and hopefully the rain will let up a little bit so I can do some drone flying. But if not, we're going to have some great whiskey and have some great meals at different restaurants. And I was totally wrong. Everything was closed.
We can't get into town. This is the only road, and
How's our lunch going?
we can't get into town. I don't know what we do now. I don't even know if we can turn around.
So what do you think of town?
It's a little town, and it's supposed to be a big town, but at least they let us pass through on the road. Now I feel like we're gonna be turning around, and we have to wait for them again.
Hopefully we can get into lunch.
Maybe we'll find a lunch place here, and the one place that we can find lunch. So if they're not open, then no lunch.
No lunch for you.
No lunch. It's a stay-in day. We found lunch. I don't even know what it's called.
Skeabost.
All right, so after we went to our little tiny town, we decided to turn back around and kind of call it and just head back more into the main area. The roads were just washed out, and it was raining, and it just was really, sometimes you just got to call it and start heading back. But true to ourselves, we ended up finding another hotel here, and the place is called Skeabost, and it actually looks beautiful inside. And Todd always says when there's not anybody around that he rented out the place for me. So let's see what it all is. And again, it's just sheer dumb luck. Sometimes you just need to pivot and see where it's going to take you.
Did I rent the place out for you?
Yeah, you rented the place out for me.
Hey, so we just had a great meal here, and we had this carrot and tarragon soup, which I've never tasted anything like it before. It was really, really good. Give the meal 3 yum yums. It was really good. That tarragon soup, though, that was excellent, and the atmosphere was a nice 4. Hey, so we just got back from going to the north part of the Isle of Skye, and it was totally rainy and foggy the whole time, and the roads were much less developed than we thought they were going to be. We ended up trying to find this restaurant, but because it's off season, it was closed on Monday and Tuesdays, and it was like literally a one-horse town with no horse, 1 lane. And then we really stopped in the town here in Portree, and really, it's touristy shops, but it's not just the kind of t-shirt and stickers type stuff. There's really good, Harris wool stuff, and and we really had a good time walking around, even though it was in the rain. So now we're back in a hotel, and we're just going to, enjoy the afternoon and write some blogs and sit by the fire, have a dram of whiskey, and enjoy this rainy Scottish afternoon. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to do the drones, but we'll see. Right now, it's time for whiskey. The travel lesson here is one of our favorites, pivoting. We came to the Isle of Skye for hiking and scenery, and instead we got Noah's Ark. But we embraced it. We were staying in the amazing Cullins Hill Hotel, which is right across the harbor in Portree. We sat by the fire, tasted whiskey, and had a wonderful dinner being holed up inside this cozy hotel here in what felt like the furthest reaches of the country. And the funny thing is, in retrospect, it's one of our favorite days of the trip. Even in the rain, you can't compete with this view and the magical town center of Portree in the distance. Still, nothing is better than the bright, beautiful morning after the storm when we finally would get a chance to explore like we intended. For more of that adventure and drone shots, we invite you to join us on our next episode as we explore more on the Isle of Skye.